Good evening and welcome to LSA Season 7 in Imola. We'll be getting underway shortly, so please bear with us. Welcome everybody, and we'll get to you in a little bit. We're going to be starting at 8:15, so that is going to be in a minute from now. So enjoy the background music in the meantime. Well, welcome to Imola, people. I'm hoping everyone can hear me alright over here, and just bearing with us as we're trying to get going over this side. I'm going to take off the track logo over there. We should be able to see the track. Trying out the new little toy tonight, being the Stream Deck via my tablet. So hopefully that's going to help me get some better quality items out to you guys without me having to click away and do all strange little things, except for my squeaky chair in the background. So welcome to our new little round over here, as we just have a quick look at the driver lineup from round 5 before we head into round 6, which is Imola. So that is your standings of T1 after round 5 in China last week. France naturally had that little bit of an upset quite early on, so he got knocked out. That dropped him down from first place down to 4th place overall for that one, for his unfortunate incidents over there. So yeah, Cheddar still leading the pops over there with Baby Boy close on the hills, and so is Skylar Sims. So still a four-way little battle within 8 points. So that's going to get very interesting with our team standings looking very much pro McLaren, and Alpine and Mercedes sharing their 137 slot over there with the rest following behind. So yeah, if any of you guys listening in the stream at the moment or wanting to make predictions, now's the time to make them. Let's go and have a look-see at who's going out first. Let's see, tyre choices, Trey on a medium, which is interesting. It's very strange, but we'll stay off on that one. Let's go for none on that for right now. We don't really need to see any of that. Hide the user interface and let's have a look. It looks like an Aston that went out first over there, so I'm assuming that's Gunner. There we go. First chap out on his hot lap. Gems, I was seeing you saying you didn't load in, and I did send you an invite. So not great. Let me just quickly try and invite Gems. I'm sorry about this, folks. This is what I was attempting to avoid, so that you guys don't have to look at us inviting people over here. Right, Gems, sent you another one. Let's see what happens over there. Luckily Gunner's still on his out lap, but he's in the second last corner before starting his hot lap. So let us go on board with OA Gunner as he fires up for his hot lap, and let's see how he does. A little brief deployment at first. Has he started? No, he didn't really deploy any ERS down there. Looking at his speed down here, he's running a relatively high setup. I'd probably say medium setting, probably about a 38 wing on the front and probably about 28 on the back. Looking at that time down the main straight, seems to have a decent amount of grip as we head into this rather tricky third gear corner. Interesting that he took the third. So yeah, we come through a very high speed little section. Many people tend to ride the curb over there, but he chose not to. I think he might be a bit concerned, maybe running very hard suspension setup, so he wants to maybe stay away from the curbs, because I see he's staying away quite a bit from them, although he rode that one quite hard. Nice and clean so far. Not really deploying that much of his ERS, which is interesting. There he did right now. Chose to save it for near the end. And away he goes, and about to set our first time on the board, which is a 1:16. Right, immediately bettered with a 1:15 by TC Drum in the McLaren. Spinnacle going a bit quicker as well. Gunner's teammate Lamb Royal going into the 1:14s already. Wow, that is a blistering time over there from Lamb Royal so far. Are we going to see the 1:13s, and are we going to see probably the high 1:13s? I'm waiting for Cheddar to come around and show us what he's got over here as we go on board with Cheddar, finishing off his last few laps. He's used most of his ERS already at this stage, and he crosses the line and goes 1:14.1, fastest time so far. But I do believe we're going to see a 1:13 from him shortly. Let's have a look, see where's France at. France has gone over track limits, unfortunately, so that cancels his lap. I think he'll start harvesting his ERS for the next run. Unlucky for him, Midas is going to be another front runner. So let's have a look, see at how Midas ends up doing over here. We're used to seeing Midas on the front row as well. So let's see what he is able to pull out as he comes into the final two corners. Nice and clean, flirting with the track limits, riding that. And he comes across for a 1:14.077, good enough for going top slot at the moment. But this track's got about a 3 out of 5 evolution. So as we see the time ticking down on the 15 minutes over here, we're definitely going to be seeing a little bit of a time improvement over there. So I'm definitely seeing sort of 113.8s on the cards over here. I think we'll see definitely from Cheddar, Midas and Lamb Royal even maybe. And perhaps France, I'm not entirely sure, but he's usually qualifying right up there in the top ones as well. Flicky out on his outlap at this moment in time. Jim's still not setting a time just yet. He's on a hot lap at the moment. So let's stick with the horse at the moment as he goes around and loses the tail end. So little commentator's curse there, unfortunately, for that one. Right, Skylar Sims used most of his ERS already at this stage. Coming into the final two corners. Flirting with the track limits over there. And only good enough for 5th fastest, still stuck in the 115s at the moment. So yeah, very, very tough to get into those 113s over there. Quite a big spread in the field of 2 seconds almost. Yeah, 2 seconds between Gunner and it's Midas on the top over there. So yeah, let's go look see at the Visa Cash App Red Bulls that are trailing each other at the moment. We'll go on with Spinnacle first. Both of them out on an outlap at the moment. Just trying to think who to go and follow at this moment in time. Flicky's gone across with a 114.6, which puts him into 4th place at the moment. So that's helped him quite a bit. Lamb Royal out on his next hot lap. About to start as he gets around this one. But let's drop down to Spinnacle and Mayron, who will be on their hot laps at the moment. Excuse me there. Nice of that Alpine to get out of the way there. And he comes through the final corner and he comes through for a time of 1:15.4, only good for 10th at this moment in time. And Mayron coming across. Way too slow, unfortunately. He didn't improve his time, so he's stuck down in 12th place at this moment in time. Whistler having gone over track limits. Triple still trying to improve on his times. Fricky starting a new hot lap. And this is Lamb Royal. Let's see if he can improve his times at this moment in time, since we're not seeing anyone else out there. Let's go on board with France as he goes around the track on his hot lap. Flirted with the track limits over there, but kept it nicely in check. Ooh. Hard on the brakes through that corner, riding the curve nicely, getting a good lock up there, deploying that ERS and DRS now, and he comes across for 3rd at the moment, a 1:14.3. Very nice for the McLaren over there. Yeah, the times are a bit tough. TC's dropped down his teammate already to the 10th slot at a 1:15.2. So these times are definitely going to be improving slightly. Right, who to go on with next? Who do we see as a good challenger up front over here? Gems is having a bit of a nightmare. Can Gems set a time through the chicane? Looks like he's on controller because does seem to be jittering that control stick forward and backwards. Didn't ride the curve there, didn't use all of it, so he's going to be setting a slower time definitely. But it's good enough for a 1:15.2, which moves him up into 11th position. Excellent, so he's finally managed to get a time in there, which is fantastic. Momonga is still going over track limits over there, so that's still a bit of a problem for him. As we watch Midas, who's currently in the top spot, but what we're wanting to see from Midas is if he can go in and beat his own time and get into the 1:13s. So as he approaches the speed trap, he goes through at about 250 k's an hour, give or take. And ooh, that looked like he went over track limits, but it didn't ping him, so that is fantastic. And he goes with a 1:13.823. Yes, finally we're seeing the 1:13.8s that I predicted earlier. But will Cheddar improve? Cheddar's gone over his track limits, and that would have been a 1:13.9. So Cheddar's definitely got the pace, but has he got the time? Is our million-dollar question. France in the pits at the moment, just getting a fresh set of tyres in there. I'm sure he'll be coming out shortly as one of the horses return to the track, which I'm assuming is Gems. That's why his teammates came out there. And is that France or TC coming out here? I believe that was TC Drum. Yep, he's busy going out there on his last attempt. Trey up there in 4th slot at the moment, or the 1:14. Rhaegar, hello Mr. Jerry, how's it my buddy? Missing you on the comms here, bud. Sitting taking nights off here instead of commentating with me. Bloomy Blossom saying yes, Midas. Yeah, Midas is looking strong for tonight. Although Cheddar did set a 1:13.9. Rhaegar saying not a full lobby. Yeah, no, it's not a full lobby tonight. Only 17, unfortunately. So yeah, it's 3 chaps that didn't. Convoy didn't make it, unfortunately, tonight, which is going to be a little bit of an upset in the apple cart. It's interesting to see Midas, Cheddar, France and Trey all sitting in the pits at the moment at Lamb Royal. So, hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. Is that one of those things? So, let's see. Flicky not really improving much on the time, but he does manage to knock Trey down a spot. So with his 1:14.4, that's just on 2/10 of a second faster. Let us see who is the next to follow. Whistler, still a while off, running very low on fuel. May improve on his time. Skylar's gone over track limits. TC is still there's a moth flies in front of my screens over here, distracting me while I'm trying to commentate. Where was I with TC? It was very nice of the guys to get out of his way there. Although he is trailing behind a car, maybe got a little bit of a slipstream. See if that helped him a little bit. Sometimes it does upset the balance of the car a little bit. Hooking it up very nicely through there, didn't exceed track limits. Comes through the speed trap at about 290 k's an hour over there, so nice decent time, probably about 291. Last little bit of ERS, catches the DRS there and goes across for a 115 flat almost. Good enough for 9th position at this moment in time. Right, who is that creeping out of the woodworks? I think that was Triple. No, Triple is disco dancing over there somewhere along the line. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Triple, but his car is having the jitterbug happening over there. So it must be Midas that's just come out. So Triple, if you're listening to the stream, I'm trying to figure out, I think you might actually have just gone a little weird and wonky over there. Okay. Gunner coming around. Sitting with 115.8 at the moment. Can he improve? Nice and tidy through that. Sector. Can't really see the sector split times. I need to really figure out how to get to see those sector times on a separate screen so that I can at least monitor these times a little bit. I know Warrior's got a way of doing it. And he comes across with a 115.8. Unfortunately doesn't improve. You have the 115.811, which is literally 6,000 of a second off of his previous times. So very tight and consistent in the 115.8s, but unfortunately not good enough to get up there. Brian having a nightmare. Set a time of a 124 and is hoping to improve. As we see him going around on his next hot lap. And he just hooked it up nicely there. Oh, that's impeding over there. Oh, on the racing line. Not entirely sure who that was over there, but that was not a great place to park your car. Oh, and he went way too wide over there. I think that's totally thrown him now. And he won't have enough ERS to go for another lap, unfortunately. Oh, as the checkered flag has actually flown, this is it for Brian. I think Brian's going to be starting right at the back, unfortunately. Come on, send it, send it. And he comes across still with a 115.7, good enough for 15th place at the moment. Would have definitely dropped a little bit lower than that had he not had an issue over there on turn 6. Right, so unless we have a late upset from Cheddar, which we don't, France goes to the top of the pops over there with a 113.821, beating him by 2,000th of a second. Midas taking the second spot to lock out the front row. I don't believe anyone else is going to be beating any of those times at this moment in time. So that is it. France and Midas on your front row, followed by Cheddar and Fricky. Thereafter Trey and Lamb Royal, Whistler and Glitch, TC and Skylar, Triple and Gem, Spinnacle Mayron, and Brian and Gunner, with Momonga bringing up the tail end over there. Looks like Momonga had a little bit of a ding dong over there, somewhere along the line on the track. Yeah, Trey saying, what the heck is that car doing and parked in the middle of the corner? Trey, I actually think that might be the other Mercedes that's been stuck over there. So yeah, that is it for the night. So I think that was Triple's Mercedes that was stuck over there. We go and we have a look at those times. Let's pop over to the race director. All the various incidents. And that is it. So folks, we will be back at about 2044. So yeah, take your breaks right now, and I'm going to leave you with a little bit of music, and I'll roll through the little graphics as we go. Enjoy, and we'll be back at 2044. Right, and we are back as we are waiting for them to ready up shortly. Let me give them a little go time goodie over there. As we get going on the side over here. Right. Okay, we're waiting for the countdown to start. Let's switch back over to the track so that we can see what is happening over that side. Okay, everyone saying good luck to everybody. Yep. Wishing you all good luck, and please careful into that first little chicane of a first and second corner. That's where it can get a little bit hair raising at the best of times. You can hear the countdown starting over there, the final 10 seconds. So we're about to get underway. Right. Selections, and it's lights out and away we go. I'm going to sit on with Cheddar, who's currently starting in third place over there. Let's see how everyone gets through this first set of corners. Nice and clean through there. Oh, a little bit of contact in the back over here with the horse going a little bit wide. Couldn't see what led to that, but the front runners all getting through nice and clean. Pretty much the field getting through there mostly unscathed, not really seeing any major issues. A little bit of wing damage over there for Gunner and a couple of the others. We're definitely going to see some wing changes. This is a rather high downforce track, so if you end up with wing damage over here, you really are going to battle. You will lose a lot of time otherwise. Right, a little bit of a lock-up, a little bit of a twitch there from France. So far pretty good. 3-second time penalty already for OA glitch. Wow. Okay, so he's really pushing incredibly hard over there. This moment in time, Cheddar, your championship leader at this moment in time, sitting comfortably in third, biding his time. Started on a set of hards, so he's definitely going to be going the hard route for now. The two tyre strategies were starting either on a medium and then changing over to hards. This is pretty much a one-stopper over here. The tyres and the graining, all of that were absolutely fine on this track. We actually had some very good tyre life out of this track compared to some of the others. So I'm envisaging that he's probably going to push for around about, him and France are probably going to push to probably, I would say, around about 18 to 20 laps before swapping over to the mediums. Whereas those mediums are going to be going probably about 12 to 14 laps before they swap over to the hards. That's going to be a very interesting dynamic to see. So there we see lap 14 for the mediums to hards. This will be a little bit quicker, but yeah, basically lap 10 to 20. After doing the two-stop strategy with two sets of mediums, then going only 10 laps at a time. So yeah, that's not going to help much. Right, let's go and have a look-see at the position changes. Ryder setting the fastest time for 1:17 flat for right now, leading the pack. Everyone's staying well within contention over there. As long as France and Cheddar can just keep their pace with Midas over there on their hards, it's definitely going to help them later on. That is for sure. Penalties so far, only glitch with the penalty. Right. Let's go and see what's happening. TC, there's a little four-way fight happening between Skylar, Glitch, Spinnacle sitting in the back there just chilling, waiting for them to make mistakes. Let's have a look-see. Whoa! glitch hit the brakes quite hard there. Spinnacle were almost going into his rear end but losing a lot of time. TC thought about a move up the inside, but that was not going to be a great place to do that just yet. But I'm sure he'll take him down the main straight as we get down the main straight over here. He is close enough. All over the back end of Skylar. Let's see. DRS flap opens. Skylar does not have DRS, so that's going to be an easy overtake for TC. Now Skylar's got glitch on the tail over there, so that's going to get interesting just now. Let's have a look a little further up the line over here. Definitely something happening between Momonga and Mayring over here. Mayring took Momonga, but Momonga is looking right and ready to take that spot back. Oh, okay, but Ferrari unfortunately not playing ball, and he loses quite a bit of space and time over there, although got through that corner relatively fine. But yeah, no, that's not going to really be much of a contention, as his teammate Trey and the other Ferrari is busy sitting all over the back end of that Red Bull of Cheddars. See if there's anything to be done over there. The field looking pretty split up and pretty chilled. Everyone running a very similar pace, so no real excitement and no real battles happening at this moment in time at all. It was interesting that Midas must have made a little bit of a mistake over there, because Francis ended up going past him over that side. France now your new leader, unless Midas wanted that so that he could actually sit and build up some of his ERS, which is sitting on 24%, and France is sitting full at the moment, so I think Midas just let him through so that he can sit and recharge that ERS a little bit. Very good tactic, but if France deploys his ERS now like he is, he might break away from Midas. I don't see any wing damage or anything on Midas' car, so that tactic of him to try and slot in there and maybe just build up a little bit of ERS has cost him yet another position as Cheddar now goes through as well. I wonder what's gone wrong with Midas. Very strange, he was showing very strong pace. He had obviously qualified on pole. As we see Trey now coming up behind him. DRS open. DRS open. DRS not deploying. He's just biding his time at the moment. Midas has gone past. He did go past Cheddar again. But this is going to really hurt Cheddar by fighting with Midas. They are letting France get away right in front over there, so France now a whole 1.5 seconds ahead of the pack and well out of DRS zone. So with whatever Midas was doing over there, it's actually ended up hurting Cheddar a little bit along with Trey. So interesting times as we look down here at Momonga, who goes past Mayring after Mayring made a bit of a mistake going a little wide into that fifth corner, should I say. It's very tight. If you don't get the fourth corner right, you end up stuffing up the fifth corner, and that sends you into the kitty litter in the most unpleasant of ways. As we look at Cheddar over here, still right on the tail end. He should be able to take Midas now, because Midas sitting with hardly any ERS, so he will make it past quite comfortably, as will Trey, I think. Yes, Trey has gotten through as well. Now the two of them are going to go hunting down France up front. Gunner now with the 3-second penalty. It's so easy to get track limits on this track, unfortunately. Sorry, Robert, you're saying that the voice commentary is a little bit too soft. Sorry, I can't really turn it up anymore without it being even noisier. So, turn up the TV set. Right, let's go have a look-see at Lamb Royal before we watch the battle up front develop. Lamb Royal all over the back end of TC Drum. Looking very hungry to get through there. I don't think he would be wise to make a move up the inside there. No, he's decided to hold off just ever so slightly. Wow, that is tight. That is very tight. Lamb Royal on 67%. Same amount for DRS for TC and Skylar on 71. So they can all afford to use some ERS to defend as Lamb Royal comes past now. Whoa! And they both come flying past Skylar Sims like Skylar's looking for parking on a Sunday afternoon at the mall. And Skylar coming straight back saying, whoa, I'm not going to have any of that, but losing control of his car. Is Skylar a boy or girl? I'm not entirely sure. Skylar losing control of their car. Let's do the gender neutral thing. And unfortunately dropping down from a potential 7th down to 12th and coming into the clutches now of Maiden and Mamonga and Triple. Unlucky. Very unlucky over there. Oh, still a lovely little battle going on between Royal and TC. As we have caution in sector 3. Why did we have a caution over there? Not entirely sure who ended up going off there. Cheddar now within half a second of France though, but he has broken an entire 2 seconds away from Midas, who still has Trey behind him. Trey just chomping at the bit to get past. Cheddar now within 4/10, so back to half a second. Okay, Brian now with a 3-second penalty. Let's just have a look, see at how we're faring on the penalties so far. Glitch with 6 seconds already, Brian with 6 seconds, the rest with 3, and then TC. So yeah, this is definitely going to hot up for a while still. Mayron just getting his 3-second time penalty now as well. Unlucky. So we look at the tyre choices again. And the position changes before I take this off the screen. Right. So Lamb Royal now looking very, very close to TC as they come into the final little sector over here, sector 3. Final 2 left-handers, and then onto the main straight where I'm sure Lamb Royal will deploy the DRS again. TC without DRS this time around. He makes it nice and clean. And right on the brakes. TC wanted that spot back. Oh, going over those track limits as we watched him over there. And getting his additional 3-second time penalty, unfortunately. So he's now sitting with a 6-second, if I'm correct. Yes. Which is just going to help Lamb Royal all the way to the bank on that one. Okay. Cheddar still sitting over there now, even closer to France. Both of them naturally on their hards. And I mean, if they're running this pace with the hard tyres, you can only imagine how far they're going to leave Midas and the rest behind once they switch over to their mediums, and those all switch over onto their hards. Okay, Lamb Royal now with his 3-second time penalty, so yeah, TC's going to need Royal to have another little 3-seconder as Cheddar makes his move up the inside of France. Nice clean overtake, and France will now sit and harvest behind Cheddar. I think the two of them are just going to swap positions as we go. Oh, that's Fricky into the pits. Ooh, a little bit of an upset as he enters the pits over there. He wanted to really make sure he was not exceeding track limits. Maiden also coming in. Interesting that they're coming in after lap 11. I would have thought that they would have gone at least to 12 or 13, but okay, needless to say. So we're now seeing our first set of pit stops. So we see the tyre changes happening over there. So Flicky and Maiden going on to new sets of hards after they've munched up those mediums and haven't really benefited from them. So they're going to go into these hards for a while, all the way to the end of the race. That's basically 21 laps that they're going to have to do on those hards. I'm not too confident in that, I must be honest with you. As France regains the position from Cheddar, like I said, they'll just keep swapping places over here as they go around, giving each other space. They're not going to battle it out too much. They're going to worry about it later on, when the fighting's meant to start. Trey 9 for his pit stop as Lamb Royal goes out for another lap. He's going to most likely extend that through to probably lap 14, but let's see. TC's come in for his pit stop. Spinnacle in, pretty much everybody in on lap 12, which is pretty much your default time. I think it was set to lap 13 was supposed to be the pit stop. So I think some of them just opting to go in a little bit earlier, try and get an undercut going. I'm not entirely sure how well the undercut was working at this track, unfortunately. Of course, the guys on the front hoping for some form of a safety car. Although that's Cheddar now falling back quite a bit actually, behind France over there. Not entirely sure if it's busy cooking his tyres. Nope, and he's back in again. TC Drum with another 3-second time penalty. That's now 9 seconds for him. Absolute nightmare. It's going to really hurt him later on in the race, especially once... Okay, there we go. Lamb Royal coming in for his pit stop finally. Jem staying out yet another lap. Must still feel pretty confident on those tyres. No safety cars, no virtual safety cars. As we watch Triple, who unfortunately had his Mercedes parked on that corner of turn 6, that we're going to be seeing shortly. For some strange reason, his car decided to glitch out right over here, which ended up parking it in the middle of your apex, which is the absolute worst place to be. So we should change Triple's name to OA Glitch, eh? As we see Trey over there all over the back end of Glitch, handling the pressure very well. Trey thinking about a move up the inside, deciding against it. That's fine. You should just stick it out for right now, Trey. You'll be able to take him down that main straight over there without a problem. Glitch still on the medium tyres, so I'm sure Glitch is actually going to be pulling into the pits right now. And yes, no! Glitch staying out for another one. I would have pitted if I was Glitch. But anyway, Trey going through, and that's Triple into the pits as well. So if we look at all the tyres right now, that is your current tyre situation right there. Everybody going through their little pit stops. So just trying to see here. Glitch has done 13 laps on those sets of mediums. He's really praying for a safety car at this moment in time. Lamb Royal now with another penalty as well. So he's sitting at 6 seconds. TC with 9 seconds. So looking at the two pit stops now, the undercut didn't really help much. I mean, it was more of an overcut because Lamb Royal actually gained a little bit of time over there by staying out one extra lap. Very interesting. Right, back to the action. Where's the action? What's happening? It's only really Cheddar that's close to France over here, but like I said, they're just going to be swapping positions. Midas has dropped back an entire 31 seconds off the guys here. I don't know if something went wrong or something happened to Midas. Oh, it's rather concerning that he dropped back that far. As we see Skylar Sims trying to get up close to Trey, who has gone past him, past Skylar now. If anyone on the stream is listening to me and knows Skylar, let me know if it's a boy or a girl, please, because I keep meaning to ask the question and I never get around to it. So I don't want to call a boy a girl and a girl a boy, especially not these days. You know, you might get lynched at dawn or something. Don't to see my gender and all that kind of nonsense. So yeah, let's just try and not offend anybody. Right, and Cheddar still nice and tight, just biding his time. 70% ERS. France deploying his ERS, I'm not entirely sure. He's just keeping those lap times consistent, but he doesn't really need to be munching so much of that ERS just yet. As we look at Momonga coming up behind Gunner. Are we going to see a move over here? Glitch now with a 3-seconder. Another 3-seconder, shall I say. Momonga all over the back end over there. Ferrari wanting to make a move. Just not quite close enough just yet. Through the chicane we go. But he'll definitely have a good shot at it down the main straight. Although Gunner does have more ERS and he will be able to defend. So let's see. So we go down the main straight. Flap open. And this should be a textbook straightforward overtake, and I think Glitch and Momonga are just literally going to be swapping positions. I mean Glitch and Gunner are just going to be swapping, Momonga and Gunner are just going to be swapping positions as the night progresses, same as what we're seeing in the front over here from France and Cheddar. Cheddar now in the lead. As we come up to a back marker, so who is said back marker? That should be Myron over there. That since Brian has DNF, not entirely sure why Brian DNF. I didn't even see a virtual safety car or anything like that. As we reach our first back marker on lap 17. Wow. That is some blistering pace from these two in the front if we're already busy lapping people halfway through the race. Without any safety cars. Without any, no incidents that we know of. Okay, nice and tight through there. Feathering that throttle. And France coming past Cheddar again. For a nice standard easy overtake. So yeah, Dean Andre saying Midas pitted. Yeah, silly of me. I just didn't see the pit stop actually happening, so yeah, anyway. That would explain why he lost so much time, but he lost even more time. He was 32 seconds behind them all of a sudden. I don't know, he just started dropping terribly. It was really strange. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't have pace on those mediums. Maybe the hards will work better for him. I mean, so far, Midas is making some inroads over there. He's dropped from 32 seconds down to 27 behind Cheddar. So he definitely is making up a little bit of time over there. So let's see what transpires in the next few laps. Because in the next 1 or 2 laps, we should be seeing France and Cheddar coming in for their pit stops. As we see, whoa! Cheddar getting caught up behind Gunner over here. That might cost him a little bit of time. He's got a blue flag. Gunner, get out the way. There we go, boy. There we go. So Cheddar not losing too much time, but a good little slap over there and a slap and tickle. But he caught it nicely. Very good. So still within the DRS. Almost fell out of the DRS zone over there. That would have been very unfortunate if Gunner had held him up long enough for that one. But luckily he was wise enough to see that. As we see Mayring all over the back end of Gunner now. Oh, we see a move. Whoa! Cut the nose off that Visa Cash App Red Bull. Why did I see a quick little change in positions over there? Glitch and Skylar having a good little battle over here. Skylar thought about a move up the inside. I mean, Glitch thought about a move up the inside of Skylar. You see, I should not day drink before doing commentary. Oh! Oh, that is Gunner into the wall. As I switched over there. Oh. Luckily he's got no one behind him, so doesn't seem to be any damage to that Aston, so that's alright. Okay, so Mayring with 3 tracked in front of him as he starts closing in the Monga. Okay. Cheddar and Front still setting their paces out front, but now in the subsequent 2 laps we've seen a 2-second improvement from Midas, so that means Midas is lapping on average about a second faster than these 2 front runners at the moment. So I would highly recommend them coming in and pitting right now, because if they pit right now, I think it's about 22 seconds, 21 seconds, 22 seconds is the pitting time. Cheddar ducking into the pits. Very good thought. We're going to now see whether the undercut or overcut is going to be strong over here. So let's see if the undercut works better than the overcut, or vice versa. See, France's granddad didn't join us this evening for watching the stream. And Stan, we're missing you, bud. Excuse the beeping in the background. Just the microwave going off. Right. Midas another second faster. So this is now where the strategies are really coming into play. The Ferrari of Monga getting out the way nicely over there for France, not costing him any time. He's going to definitely need a pit right now. You see Cheddar's already come out behind Midas over there, but he will have, as France pits, Cheddar will have the fresher mediums. But he already has a penalty, which is 3 seconds for track limits. So that's going to be interesting to see. So let's see where France ends up coming out on this front. He's busy leaving the track there, and he's going to come out behind them. Yep. And there goes Cheddar past Midas. Easy overtake, and there's France looking at the 2 of them that have gone past. So France losing out by staying that extra lap. Unfortunately, those hards were just gone, so he's now 2 seconds behind them. But he should make up good time over there. He's got 45% ERS, pretty much the same as these guys. We'll get those mediums fired up, and I'm sure he'll be in there in no time. But that is a heck of a time. Whoa, as Gems and TC are going at it, with Flicky observing closely behind. So yeah, France hopefully has enough pace to catch Cheddar again. Cheddar doesn't check out too far. You can see that Cheddar's already pulled almost an entire second away from Midas on the first lap of being out. So they should in theory drop Midas quite far back on those fresher mediums. France now with his 3-second time penalty. Midas has stayed well within track limits, so it might help Midas later on. Seems to be the only battle at the moment on the track. Not really seeing any other battles. France still just outside of DRS on Midas. Gems opens up the DRS and goes past TC Drum nice and easily over there, keeping Flicky well within reach. So these three are going to continue battling it out while France is now within the DRS zone. So he will definitely have DRS to come past Midas on this next lap, and he needs to. That's Midas now with a 3-second time penalty, so that null and voids pretty much the front three, with all having 3-second time penalties, so that's not going to help them in any way by being in the front of the other car. As his flap will open now, whoop, and away he goes. Nice, clean, easy overtake. And now he's got a whole mare of 2.5 seconds to try and catch up on Cheddar. Wow. Cheddar has used most of his ERS though, so he's going to have to harvest some of that. And by harvesting it, he's going to be dropping back into the clutches of France. So we're going to have a lovely little fight over there, I would say, in another lap or so. Have a look at TC now coming down the main straight. Just couldn't quite make it past Gems. Ooh, Flicky drifting through that third corner. Thinks this is Colin McRae. Average, F1. Keep that car straight, not sideways. Sideways is what Blue Turtle likes doing in the wet. He loves slapping it around over there, giving everyone a nice show for the Tokyo Drift style over there. Glitch looking at the back end of Spinnacorp. France setting at 1:15.1, the fastest time so far of the race. So a very good race pace over there as he comes. He has eaten up an entire second in that last lap, but he has cost himself a lot of ERS, although Cheddar has not been harvesting either. Midas without his ERS, so Midas is just going to drop further back into the clutches of Trey. Let's have a look at the tyres so far. So Trey on 13-lap-old hards. He's going to have to go all the way to the end. I'm amazed we haven't seen a virtual safety car or a safety car yet. Very nice, very nice. But that would definitely upset the apple cart quite nicely if we did see a safety car pop out now, and everyone going into the pits for another set of mediums. Oh, that would make it really exciting. Where's Mikey now when you need him to go and upset apple carts? After the nightmare of a race that France had last week in China, is having a much better race, but I'm not going to commentator curse him. So let's move over to Gems and TC and Flicky as these three continue to battle it out. Oh, Gems going up inside over there in a very, very strange and peculiar place to overtake, that makes it nice and safe and clean, and has the DRS down the main straight. Very good move, because now TC is coming under pressure from Flicky as well, because TC didn't have the DRS down the main straight, but manages to hold off Flicky at least for another one. Jem's checking out on the front over there. Over a second. Wow. Blistering pace, late pace over there from Gems all of a sudden. And we've got France back on the tail end of Cheddar again, so the two of them will be swapping places, I'm sure, as we go now. Just forward and backwards and forward and backwards. As that is probably Spinnacorp, I would say. That is getting out the way. No, that is Maiden. That is getting out of the way of the two front runners. Nice. Well done, Maiden. Okay. 5 laps to go after this, so it's going to get interesting between these two here still. So look at Spinnacorp on the back end of Flitch. No real excitement there. TC's dropped far back from Gems. Lamb Royals fall. Running lonely 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. 9th is still hotting up a little bit over there. Lonely little 11th spot for Skylar and Glitch. Although Glitch is under increasing pressure from Spinnacle, so yeah. Oh, a little bit of a slap over there. Go back to the front runners. Grant's going to use the DRS. Just pop past over there. Standard little overtake. Let's look at the position changes. Gems up 5 spots at least, but Flicky having a nightmare going down 5 spots. Glitch down 4, Vamonga up 3. So no real fireworks over there. 1 stops, except for Gunner that had 2 stop. And the land on the tyre side of life. I think those 16 lap old hards for Trey are going to hurt him a little bit later. Because like I say, there's still another 4 laps to go, so it'll take him to the 20, and that's kind of when they burn off completely. TC with 15 seconds. Oh my goodness, that's going to just... He really doesn't want a safety car right now, because a safety car would absolutely drop TC from 7th all the way down to probably about 14th. If they had to have a safety car, it might actually drop him all the way. Yeah, I would say probably at least 12. Oh, big slap over there for France through that final corner just before the main straight. Luckily he caught that one, so no harm, no foul. As we see Flicky now getting closer over here to TC. That should be a straightforward, easy overtake for Flicky. Yep, and that's straightforward. Whoa, and we've got a yellow. Not entirely sure where that yellow was. It was a bit quicker than my eyes could. Lost that one, so yep, okay. But Front sitting on mid-70s on his ERS, so definitely harvesting it nicely over there. Got it set to none at the moment, just coasting in behind Cheddar. So just charge up that ERS. Well, Cheddar's had to deploy his. That's set to medium at the moment. Right, let's go have a look-see. Flicky and TC over here. No real threat for Flicky, he needs to just keep his pace, and he will finish way ahead of TC over there. Fortunately, those penalties are going to hurt TC tremendously. Oh, Cheddar now with a time penalty. Whoa, so that's a 6-second now for him. So France doesn't even need to push too hard anymore. He can just sit behind Cheddar, hope he doesn't get any more track limits, and as the old proverbial saying goes, Bob is your auntie. We'll have that one in the bag. So he's just sitting behind them, harvesting again. You can see him set to none on his ERS, so he's just coasting along. And whoa, who is this little firecracker over here? Is that Lamb Royal looking to go up the inside of France and Cheddar? Please, Lamb, do not make contact with one of these two. Ooh. He's on softs, but I mean, wow. He's trying to unlack himself, but yeah, it's not ideal, mate. Not ideal. Really don't want to see any contact over here from Lamb Royal on either of these two in the front. Okay, it does seem like he's dropped back a little bit. I think France is, it's a wiser move for France to just go ahead of Cheddar over there. Let Cheddar rather sit with Lamb Royal as a potential issue over there behind him. It's a very clever move there from France. My suggestion for him would be to just try and stay out front over there, because, whoa, this is, I would say, an unnecessary bit of pressure for these two in the front over here. They've got themselves that they're fighting with as it is. So here's just a potential for an absolute upset. That is the last lap, folks. So I'm just going to stick with them for this last lap. Oh, very close, almost contact over there. Cheddar deploying absolutely everything that he can. I'm not going to go into the cockpit views. I just want to stay in this wide angle shot here. Oh, a little bit of contact over there. And that is it. Cheddar's race is over. And France takes the win. Midas coming in second because of those time penalties that Cheddar had. But that is still your podium. France first, Midas second, and Cheddar third. Wow, wonderful, wonderful, nice tight racing over there as the rest of the field starts coming through. We'll stay on board with France as we go through that. Pretty straightforward, textbook kind of race. No real fireworks. I don't know entirely what happened to Brian over there. So if anyone knows Brian, or Brian if you're listening to the stream, let us know what happened to you. But yeah, absolutely well done over there, France. That was beautiful racing between you and Cheddar over there on that last lap, especially when it was all out for the win. But well done to Midas, Cheddar and France. Absolutely wonderful. Well done, guys. And Jem's getting driver of the day. Yeah, Jem's did all of a sudden find some late race pace over there. So that was brilliant and exciting stuff over there. as the McLaren takes the top spot over there. Well done, France. Okay, let's just capture all of these little goodies here for the stream. Go into the race director. Let's have a look, see at that. Lots of incidents, like a heck of a lot of incidents. But like I said, no safety cars this evening, not even a virtual one. So nice clean racing. Nonetheless, I'm sure there are going to be a couple of complaints here and there tomorrow. So the stewards are going to have a relatively easy weekend this time around. Well, thank you very much, folks, and we'll see you all next week. And wishing you all an absolutely magical weekend. See you next week. Cheers.